Hello and welcome, it's Julie Cube and I'm here in Queensland, Australia. So I'm going to do a bit of freestyling here for sure. It is basically dumping my colours and I'm going to create the art shapes and designs out of my hairdryer, my little blow dryer. So I've just always used the blow dryer on low to be able to control it a little bit easier. So first of all, I've got two of these canvas. One is a deep edged canvas and this one is a slim edge canvas, and I'm using basically beautiful earthy metallics. So I have my champagne gold, which I make out of 50% metallic gold, 50% metallic silver, and it's that lovely champagne colour. Just add in a bit more, I think I must have added some white to that because I didn't, it was just too dark. But anyway, it's kind of turned it into a bit of a caramelly colour. And then there was the burnt sienna gold, that's the metallic gold, and I think I used some burnt umber, there we go, as well. So I'm adding a bit of Australian Floetrol to it because it was a little bit thick and I did want to create some cells. So it's literally willy-nillying all over my canvas, and now the enjoyable bit for me is just working it with the hairdryer and seeing where I go. So remember to stay with me because I have another piece too that are very similar, but as you'll see, they had very different outcomes. So remember, there's no set rules with these fluid art, and as you see here, I'm adding some black afterwards because I want to put some more definition in there, and it's absolutely, anything's acceptable. That's what's really fantastic about this. You can, work it as you go along and add or take away things that you don't like, but certainly adding that extra bit of black gives it a little bit more oomph, pops your socks. I am actually super happy with this, and it sort of made me realise that I can do this particular technique on a really quite large canvas using my bigger blow dryer, probably starting from the centre and blowing out, because these colours and this style are all over the designer shops at the moment in Australia. And I think that's sort of gave me the idea. I mean, not that it's anything new, but I thought, goodness, I could do a really large canvas doing this particular technique. So definitely will be giving that a try on a large canvas in the future. So there you go, really happy with this bit. Wait on to my next piece, and it's on that nice gallery wrapped canvas. It is the same size, but yeah, I really want to do more or less the same, but I'll blow it out completely differently. So bear with me. Oh, there you go. I did add some unbleached titanium, as you can see. It's something that I had left over. Definitely all the colours of the acrylics are mixed with my homemade pouring medium, which is in the drop down box in the description underneath my videos, with also video links to how to make your acrylic fluid. So basically doing the same again, but layering the paints differently, and I will blow out differently. See, as you can see, blowing out differently, literally from the centre outwards. It was kind of a completely different look, but super cool. I absolutely love it. And then adding that black after definitely puts more oomph in the painting altogether. I just really enjoyed this process and so happy with the finished pieces. But please wait on and don't leave me just yet, because I will show you the dried and varnished pieces at the end, as well as the paintings in a picture wall app. So look at that. It was really super cool. Really going to do this on a large canvas because I love it, love it, love it. Just as I start to do the little video, this is while it's wet, so I am going to leave it to dry, both of them, and then I'm going to go back in with some detail. With super happy with those. I'm super happy with the colours. Those colours always really sell well, so super happy with those. Just showing you how I added the kind of moon. I'm not very good at this. I'm at adding bits and bobs like this, but I had a go at this and it turned out actually quite nice to actually photograph this piece and have it reprinted into a larger print. So it was just kind of doing a moon on it, but I just want to show you how I did it, and I'll show on these. You can use for, like I used to highlight the black further in here, and I use these acrylic, they're acrylic dual tip art pens. These ones are by Montmartre, and they've basically got a dual tip, so you've got a finer tip at one end and you've got a thicker tip at the other, so they're great, and they're acrylic markers, so they're just the same as the paint on there. So what I did with the black, which I can't even find my black one, I think my husband's picked it up to go off and do something with, and he hasn't brought it back, but to show you, you know, pick up a line. What colour is this? This is warm grey. So I'm going to just pick up a line and you can follow it through just to highlight it even further. You can add a few dots with your markers, pick up another line, you know, just if you want to add some detail. I am going to resin this one to kind of give it a pop. But yeah, they're sort of great for acrylic markers like these, and the Montmartre ones are really reasonably priced. So you just pick it up and you can do all sorts. So okay, I'll go to how I did, this is a crude way. The only thing really round I had were these nozzles. So I will add, I'll maybe pick up that line through here. I can probably fill it in more after I've done my moon shape in it. I will do actually, I'll pick up the moon shape. So I'll start off, I mean you can pick anywhere in your piece, but say I want to make it more looking like a moon, and I kind of feel that that area does look more like a moon. So what I did to start with, I will use the silver one to start with, is just mark my circle out of my moon. Just, actually that's not marking very well. I think maybe I need my white. I did the other one with a white marker. Do you think I can find it? Oh, there you go. This one's running out. So that area looks more like a moon, I believe. So I'll go with the white acrylic marker and I just marked my moon lightly because I didn't want any solid. Remember, sometimes a moon isn't completely round, is it? You see bits or chunks of it. It's just to give me an idea where I want. It is faintly marked out. And then I used one of my little brushes that's got a sloped end. I'm not sure what they're called. I've got this bigger one. And I keep a little bit of paint left there. And then I just dip in the paint in my brush in my white. Actually, I don't know why you thought it's white. Now is go round the edge of where I marked it. So just carefully do it. It's just to mark it out a bit more, but bear with me because it doesn't end up looking like that. Come down. I like to turn it as I'm doing it because I can work better with it that way. So I'm just going round that circle. Not even sure if this is white paint I'm working with. I know it's deal. But anyway, I just keep, and then I keep smudging it. So you basically, and I actually smudged it all in, so you get that misty look in it. And I just kept building it up and building it up. So I've got a little bit of grey here too. I might dip my brush in the grey. And you can dip it in water to keep you'll see if it comes out too sort of dark looking. Just keep going with that. You can keep turning your canvas. I'm not going to do the bottom bit on. Just once you've got that line in there, it gives you, you know, your circle put in. It gives you obviously a guide to. And just keep going over it, and then you can just keep dipping it in water as well to keep it more muted. So I'll dip it in the water, and then I actually do this is to just mute it all. There's probably easier ways or better ways, but this is just what works for me in a fashion. But if I'm certainly open to suggestion. Bit more white in there, sort of. Then I'll go over basically all with the white just to mute it all, so it picks it out from the rest of the painting. Then I'll dip it in the water so I keep it just muted. I think when it's all varnished it will stand out better. So if any of the edges are, you know, hard, like I can see the grey is quite, then just I've dipped it in the water and then go back over it so it mutes it further. And then I don't want to add any more colour to that at the moment. So it looks more like a moon, but as you can see I've got a bit more of a grey line up there, and I don't want that, so just keep working it, and you can leave bits for it to dry. So it's kind of, as I said, creates a bit of a moon. I mean, there's probably easier ways for sure. Just mute all this bit, but when you have your work, then like I worked on that one, dried it, then put the black acrylic pen over it to embellish it more. But when that was photographed and printed up into a big one, which you see on the video that I'll link, it looks quite stunning. And I mean, I'm just an acrylic fluid art artist. I'm no artist where I can pick out things and just make them look like they're supposed to look, like a dog or something, or a face. I'll have to learn a bit. See, I've let that bit dry a bit too much and it's gone but usually if it's acrylic, you add in water to it, then, so I just work on that so it looks a bit, I mean, I could add another bit that I won't. And then, like I said, just keep, if you want to pick out any further lines, I'll wait for all of that to dry and then pick out some lines like this. But yeah, it's just a quick letting you know, because I know I put a picture up on my channel. The video is out for this, but I put a picture up on my channel, and they were all asking me, how do you do that moon? So there you go. It's definitely not perfect, but you know, that's what's great about acrylic pouring techniques, is because they're definitely your own, and nobody can copy them, can they? So I will wait till that particular bit dries off and work with that a little bit more. And like I say, you can do some, like I've done on the other one, a little bit darker areas, so it makes that stand out a little bit better. But that was just a quick little video on that. So thanks for joining me, and until next time, bye for now.